Eagle football, first down 10, ball at the 12. Luna brought down by number 31, Anthony Butler for the Wildcats. Timeout for injury. Fourth down, 6 for the Eagles. Ball at the Culver-Stockton, 8-yard line.
All right, I think we're on live. We're getting ready for a field goal attempt. It's a fake and falls incomplete. We have had issues like we have on a lot of occasions. We hope to have figured that out, but it didn't work out that way. So it's Charlie Brown. Sorry for the hold up, along with Eric Trells today. We've had technical issues, so we've had to go to a backup system, but it's working partially now. So what we had is Culver.
Nice play.
Oh, there you go.
Interception, took it away from the wide receiver and into the end zone. Fantastic play by the cornerback.
Yeah, there you go. So Culver got the ball, went out on 3 plays. Central got the ball, threw an interception. Culver got the ball, fumbled. Central took it down the field, had a field goal attempt blocked, and then it was a penalty. They tried again and didn't make it, and now there's an interception. Return for a touchdown, so it's 6-0 in favor of the Eagles.
Big score. Defense put some points on the board.
So we'll try and run a clock for you as we go along because we can't get the scoreboard clock on. Extra point by Jesus is good. And the Eagles lead 7-0. We'll get to for you who scored that for the Eagles.
I believe that was number 9, Davian Stockard.
Davian Stockard, he is their leading tackler. He is a senior, and he is the middle linebacker for the Eagles. So the Eagles with an early lead of 7-0 as we adjust our equipment a little bit as we go along. Make sure we get everything. We had it all going, and then it kind of went south on us in a hurry. So we are trying to get caught up with everything that's going on. This Charlie Brown, again, with Eric Trells. Eric is a member of the Hairston Hall of Fame here at Central Methodist University. And I have a hard time with that, saying that, Eric. Do you still want to say Central Methodist College?
I sure do.
I say it all the time, and I get a dirty look each time I do it. Kickoff comes down to about the 8-yard line. Trying to get to the outside and stepping out of bounds.
That's a nice return by Culver-Stockton.
That was Isaiah Eppinger with the return.
If you can get that on every kick, I think any special teams coach would take it.
Yeah, ball to 36-yard line. Wildcat offense comes out, led by number 10, Jace Orndorff. Running back is Tyler Danzy behind him. 2 wide receivers to the top. Tight end left. Also 1 receiver to the bottom right. Eric Mays on the island down at the bottom. Hand off to Danzy. Comes around the outside. Stockard is there along with others, and they're ripping at the football.
Great defense by the Eagles. A lot of pursuit, a lot of tacklers on that running back.
And Lontus McClinian also on the tackle. He's come on the last couple of ball games, got some action early on, and has earned himself a starting spot here for the Eagles. So it's 2nd down and 12 from the 34 now. Motion. Jet sweep. Doesn't get outside. Met and rode down. I think that was Keyshawn Wilson with the tackle. As that was Slayton Ochoa on the sweep. It'll be 3rd down and 10. He gains 2, gets the original 2 yards back, but it's 3rd down and 10. Wholesale substitutions. We'll look and see if the Eagles got 11 on the field because 3 came off. They don't.
Oh, my goodness.
DeMarcus Washington runs back out, but it's too late. Eagles will take a timeout. Don't want to play with 10. It's hard enough with 11. So timeout number 1. We'll try and get All right, we're back. Culver punted, but there was a roughing the punter penalty on it, so it gave them the 1st down. It's now 2nd down at about 8. Orndorff to the 35-yard line, complete. 1st down. Mason Hackman on the reception.
1st down 10 for Culver. Ball at the Eagle, 35.
.545, I believe, is what the clock says. Pass outside. Little wide receiver screen, but not going anywhere. Tackled well out of bounds, but no flag. Eric Mays on the tackle. And that was Isaiah Eppinger. He is their leading receiver, comes into the game with 15 receptions. 2nd of the ball game, at least for him.
Nice play by Mays. He fought through the tacklers and the blockers and made the tackle.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. Orndorff, shotgun. Running back to his left, 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 receivers to the top. In motion goes Ochoa. Orndorff looks down the field, going to check off, looks short, throws outside, and it's incomplete.
Good defense on that play. Quarterback had one play, and that was to throw it out of bounds.
Kawan Collins had the coverage, so it's 3rd down and 8. From about the 33-yard line. Running back to the right of Orndorff this time. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Orndorff back, looks deep.
Man coverage.
Deep. Under pressure, just throws it away, and it'll be 4th down. He threw that one all the way out on the track. Wanted to make sure that that one didn't get picked off anywhere. So now it's 4th down and 8, too far for a field goal.
Culver-Stockton quarterback missed that play on the left side of the field where the CMC cornerback fell down and the Culver-Stockton receiver was in the end zone open.
Eric's a former receiver. That's why he sees these things. And this is going to be a 49-yard field goal attempt. Michael Velasco, he's 2 for 2 on the year. His far is 38, and that's got distance. And it's good. 7-3 from just short of 50. 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Right there. I think we're looking at camera views right now. It's 2. I think that's from out there. So if you need to go tell. I'm talking to our producer right now. This one is that one. One in the far booth, yeah. So Velasco with his field goal of almost 50 yards. Velasco to kick off now. Steve Massaquoi. Mui Kamel back for the Eagles. Good kick all the way down to about the 4. Good return up the middle. Grabbed at the 30 and taken down.
Good blocking by the return team, and the return man broke a few tackles to get a nice gain.
So the Eagles come out. Luna at quarterback. One back next to him, to his left. What was a veteran offensive line is down to the right side of it being veteran part. See if that's where they want to go when they run today. See if they want to go right over Allred and Byers. Running play will pick up a couple of yards. Stacked up.
Brewer on the carry for Central Methodist. Butler on the stop for the Wildcats. Gain of 3 on the play.
So it's a gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Ball to 33.
Culver-Stockton has a run defense here. They're stacking the box.
Yeah, teams are doing that because Luna has not shown the ability to throw a good deep ball. He's a short passer, and they've just stacked the box and dare you to throw the ball long, and there's an incomplete pass outside. It'll be third down and about 7.
That's what happens when your quarterback is your leading rusher after 4 games.
Yeah, and the problem is the quarterback is completing just over a third of his passes. So it's he's being flushed. He doesn't have time to throw on several occasions, so he's having to make do with what he's got. He's back. Shotgun. Looks down, throws outside. Caught. Did they give him the catch or say he's out of bounds?
I think he called it out of bounds. Let's see. Yeah, incomplete.
For Allen, but he comes down out of bounds. He got a nice little push that helped get him out of bounds because I think he might have got his foot down otherwise, but no luck there. So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the punter on for the Eagles, and that'll be Evan Workman. He's in 4 games so far. He has 32 punts so far this year. He's averaging 32 yards per punt. He's had 1 blocked for a touchdown. Caden Ashlock back. Going to bounce in front, go sideways, and it'll roll down to about the 35-yard line. So Culver back on the offense after that 50-yard field goal.
Well, let's see what the defense can do for Central Methodist.
The defense has been pretty good for them this year. That's just they're on the field all the time.
That's right.
And it's tough to do that. They've had a stop, first and goal, and made a stop, and then the offense gave the ball back to the other team, and they had first and goal again within a minute of clock time earlier in the season. So undersized, but getting after it. There we're coming after him now, and he's just going to throw it away, and that's got to be intentionally grounding. He didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great rush. Lots of pressure on that Culver-Stockton quarterback.
It didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, even though the head lineman on the side is shaking his head that it's not a grounding the ball, but it didn't get back to the 35-yard line. It landed about the 33. So, and we're just waiting now. And there goes the flag after some conversation between the stripes. And that'll be tough because that's intentionally grounding. That's spot foul, loss of down. They're going to go back inside the 20-yard line to spot this if it's a spot foul. Are they just going to walk off 5 and call it good and lose the down? No, they're going to walk off 10. The head official, the referee, is standing back there by his flag, and I think that's where he wants to put the ball. And I think that's where it's going to go. So that's going to go from the 35-yard line back to the 17. So that's an 18-yard loss of down penalty. Now they're going to pick it up and walk it back the other direction for a while. So now they're going to put it at the 25 and make it 2nd and 20. Nope. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to walk off what? I don't know that they know yet. 5 yards and a loss of down. So it's going to be 2nd and 15. Maybe.
Oh, now it looks like a 2nd and 10. Now, here they go.
They walk off something. They walk off 5.
There's some miscommunication among the crew here.
Yeah, you'd think the guy in the white hat out there would be in charge, and if he said spotted here, that's probably where it ought to go. But it's now 2nd down and 15 after the loss of down. Culver in the shotgun, running back to the right of Orndorff. Going to flip it out in the flat to him. Met by several. Gain of about 4, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 11. That's Danzy, the running back. He's their leading rusher on the season. He picks up almost 4, so it's 3rd down and 11 from the 34-yard line. Eagles could get good field position if the defense holds here and forces a punt. The Eagles just walk around at the line of scrimmage. They're undersized up front, so they use deception and who's rushing and who's not. And here they come off the corner, outside, and it's going to be called a catch. Nice catch by number 3, and we'll find who number 3 is.
That's Kevin Hodges.
Hodges.
That was a great catch. He was being pushed out of bounds and was still able to get that 1 foot down.
And he picked up 2 yards extra, clock running. 3:18 to go. Orndorff, quick handoff up the middle. Not going very far. That's Stockard on top with the tackle, along with McClintian.
Central defense is playing tough.
They're just undersized. They do not have size. Culver's offensive line averages 300 pounds. They're 6'2.5", 300 pounds. Central does not have a player on defense anywhere close to that size. Orndorff going to roll
Here
left.
we go on the rush.
Nice pass outside, complete. Going to pick up a first down. He rolled away from the pressure.
Orndorff was able to make that completion.
That goes to Ochoa for a first down, and they're on the move again. The pocket is rolling. Orndorff, another quick pass out in the flat. Fans want to hold, don't get one. Ochoa with the catch. Mays with the tackle again. Second down and 4. Quick handoff up the middle. Bounces it outside. Held up, taken down. That's Demarion Cobb in at running back. He's their second leading rusher. Another first down. At the end of the quarter. Orndorff pass again, complete again. And we got another timeout call by Central. That's their second of the first quarter. They're going to try and regroup. Coach Callaway, former defensive coordinator, defensive-minded. Marty Stewart, his defensive coordinator. Got to figure out something to slow Culver down a little bit. The Eagles still have the lead at 7-3. But Culver is threatening.
Culver's figuring out this Central defense.
1:45 left in the second quarter. Yeah, they are rolling away from the pressure. They kind of get an idea of where it's going to come from, and they go the other direction away from it.
Short, quick routes out into the flats, running back, and let him take it from there. And they've had some success recently in this series.
We'll be back here in, when will we be back here? On October the 8th when Mid-America comes to town. And that is homecoming. Eric, what years did you play football here?
Played 76, 77, 78, and 79.
Because I was here in 77 and 78.
That's right.
I'm older than you are, so don't worry about it.
Not much.
Orndorff, quick handoff up the middle, doesn't go very far. And there goes the flag.
Lord.
Baited into it and bit. That'll be a 5-yard, 6-7-yard penalty.
Dead ball foul.
Yeah.
Was unnecessary.
Just some pushing and shoving in the pile, and one extra push by a Central player, and the Culver-Stockton player Looked like a soccer player who went down. Hops right back up, but we'll see if it's offsetting or whether it's all against the Eagles.
As a coach, you like to see the aggressiveness, but you hate to see these types of fouls, especially after the play.
And we'll get the call from the White Hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct against LaMarcus Washington. That's his first. If he gets another one, he will be disqualified from the game. Half the distance to the goal. And it's 1st and goal now for Culver. Cobb in at running back. Got a wing right in front of that, almost like an old wishbone type set that's broken. Handoff right up the middle. Met at the 5, taken down. Joseph Slattery in on the tackle.
That was a draw play, and the Central defense was there to meet the running back. Great defense.
Caleb Justice also involved with that. Makes it 2nd down and goal from about the 6. Orndorff directing traffic. Everybody's going right. Now we're going back. Somebody going to the other side. 15 on the play clock. Plenty of time. Going to roll right and look into the end zone. Throws to the back end. Too high and too far. Knocked out of the end zone. Ashlock, the intended receiver. I'm looking for the defender to turn around a little bit so I can get his number. So it's 3rd down and goal now. Orndorff rolled right that time. Looks left, throws it in the end zone, and incomplete. Missed his receiver.
He was in the shotgun formation, and that was a dangerous throw because the Eagle defensive back was right there to do a pick.
Yeah, he was actually in better position to catch the ball than the receiver was.
He was.
So good coverage, and now a little chip shot after the 50-yard field goal a little while ago. The last go from about the 12, which would be 22. No good. Wide left. So the Eagles make it set. Hold on at 7-3. We're going to take a quick break, let you hear from the Hart real quick, and then we'll be back with the Eagles' possession here on Hart Conference Network. We're back after that. Get to hear a little bit from the Hart. 1st and 10 for the Eagles after they held. Field goal attempt no good. Try to go wide to the short side and not going anywhere and fumble, but their official says the ball was down by contact. Malik Brewer into the ball game with the carry. Not much of a game. We'll call it still 2nd down and 10, and I think we may be to the end of the first quarter. It is the end of the first quarter. Eagles with the lead 7-3. Chat for a second with Eric Trells about his time here at Central. So, Eric, who was your coach? Was Bill Holmes here for all 3 years that you were here?
We had Bill Holmes for 3 years, and then the last year I was here, my senior year, we had Don Shinnick.
former Baltimore Colt player.
He was a linebacker for the Baltimore Colts, 3-time All-Pro, and I think he still holds the NFL record for most interceptions by a linebacker.
Okay. Tell me how much fun it was to play for Coach Holmes with his offense.
Loved it. The guy used to go in the off-season and learn from Don Coryell, who is a guru of offense out in San Diego. And he would take those concepts here to Central Methodist, and we were doing things that some of the colleges had never seen before. So 2 of those years, 77 and 78, we were the leading passing team in the nation.
And your quarterback those years?
Tom Stein, one of the best quarterbacks to ever play in the NAIA.
Agree with that. Had Steve Lujan on, who was an All-American tight end a couple of those years, and he said that Tom Stein threw the easiest pass to catch that he'd ever seen.
He's absolutely right about that. It didn't have as much spin as most quarterbacks' passes. I don't know how he did it, but it was easy to catch.
And I know Tom is listening today. So Tom Stein, all-time leading, and I know that he made the Sporting News, which was a big deal back then, as the NAIA Player of the Week when he threw for 570-some yards in a ball game, and then I think he did it again a couple of weeks later. So Tom is enshrined in CMC lore forever.
His number 11 was retired by the university.
There you go. It's 3rd down and 8 after that short little pass play. Luna. Across the middle, incomplete. Everybody was kind of held up and didn't make progress down the field very well.
Good protection by the Central offensive line on that play.
So Workman in to punt. He threw a pass out of this 2 weeks ago that was completed and was a big first down.
I certainly hope he's going to punt here.
I suspect that's what he's been told to do, so we'll see what happens.
They're deep in their own zone. 4-point game.
Rush comes,
and it's
blocked. That's the second one at least this year, and they're going to pick it up, scoop it, and try and get it into the end zone, and they will. And they spike the ball, and that ought to get a penalty. There it comes.
Culver-Stockton was all over that play.
It was Darren Jones who scooped it and took it to the end zone. There's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct and or a delay of game, however you want to call what he just did. But he's going to pick up. They will be kicking off from about their own 20 after this extra point. And that, if it's unsportsmanlike conduct, that'll be his first of the ballgame. Yep. So if he gets another one, he's going to be gone. And it'll be assessed on the kickoff. So Velasco, 50-yard field goal good, 22-yarders no good, extra point on the way. And it's good, makes it 10-7 in favor of Culver. Now, Eric is in the NAIA record book and will be there forever and ever, won't you?
Yeah, that's correct.
Can't break your record.
Me and Tom Stein, 99-yard touchdown. Did it against Culver-Stockton on November 5th, 1977. Long time ago, Tom.
Well, I have a surprise for you, my friend.
What's that?
We have video of that we're going to show at halftime.
Okay.
We'll apologize for the quality of the video, but it was 1977. But we have that play. So stick around right after the band, right after the sound of Central. The Eagle Marching Band is finished with their halftime. We've got a couple of clips we want to show you of Eric Trails in his heyday. Eric did not know. I told him I thought we had the clip, and the good people here at Central found that clip. So we're going to be able to show you the 99-yard touchdown pass against Culver that took place back in 1977. Kick is in the air. About the 25-yard line. After the penalty, the Eagles should get good field position, and they will. They're out across the 45 to the 46.
Looks like we have a player down on the ground.
Boy, I can't.
Culver-Stockton player.
Culver-Stockton player around midfield. Seems like every game we have an injury that's more than just minor.
We sure hope that it's nothing serious.
Nope.
But he's still down.
He is. We'll talk. You have fond memories of that area over that direction where the hill was that you had to run?
Yeah. I wonder if it's still there.
Well, the hill's there. I don't think they run it anymore, but
Thank God.
I think that would be considered inhumane by today's standards.
Abuse. Yeah, those were the days. The idea was when you're running hills, be the first person there, because pretty soon you'd catch up to the lineman in the back of the line, and then you didn't have to run as fast as everybody else.
See, you were smarter than we were. When we had to run for baseball, we just tried to hide a lap or two every once in a while and not get caught. But that didn't work out too well most of the time.
Looks like number 25 is up and walking off the field, and we hope he's going to be all right.
Well, they have a 25 offense and a 25 defense.
That's Kia Ching.
From Hawaii. That's not going to be culture shock to come from Hawaii to almost Iowa.
6'4",
Missouri.
6'4", 207-pound sophomore.
Luna in the shotgun. 2 receivers top, 2 receivers bottom. 1 running back goes outside, almost picked. Going to pick up a couple of yards, but that was dangerous. Andrew Kazana with the catch.
That was fortunate.
In the backfield, the back end right now is Garen Vroman. And for those of you, Eric may not know this, Garen Vroman is a freshman from here in Fayette. Last year in high school, he accumulated 2,900 yards rushing in the season.
Congratulations.
Top 5 national.
Oh, my goodness. That's awesome.
So he's trying to catch his legs here with the bigger, quicker players. And that's him with the ball right there. It doesn't pick up much. It'll make it 3rd down and 8. Boy, you got good field position. I'd hate to see you squander this.
Coming on the stop for the Wildcats. 3rd down 8. Ball at the 49.
But starting center, Nathaniel Marshall is out for this ball game. Senior. So again, the seniors are on the right side of the line. Luna fires. And it's going to be incomplete.
Lots of time on that pass play. That was just a bad throw from Luna.
Intended for Allen, but it skipped short. It'll be 4th down and 8.
He's got to make those passes.
Workman back to punt. Ashlock deep, standing at his own 10-yard line. Ball at the 49 in Eagle territory. Last one was blocked. 10 on the line again. Here they come. Gets this one away. End over end. Going to bounce and take a big hop. And the official at the goal line is trying to decide what to do. And they're going to call it down at the 2. He was on the verge of saying it went into the end zone. and would be out to the 20, but they're going to talk about it. It could be inside the 2 or it could be out at the 20 as we're going to have a conflab of zebras. And it's going to be called a touchback. So Culver gets a break. Going to move it out just a little bit. (10-7). See some of the Lady Eagle basketball players walking around. It's really it's not difficult to see Eternity Willock. She's 6'5". It's just like a lot of times the ball boys are the members of the basketball team, and it's not hard to see Tom Sawulu at 6'8", 235 being a ball boy on the sidelines. Orndorff back. Looks, throws across the middle, wide open. And still going, and out over the 40-yard line.
That was a breakdown on CMU's defense. One of the linebackers misread that play, thought it was a run, and as a result, the receiver was wide open 10 yards down the field in the center.
That was Hodges who makes the catch and moves it down the field. Clock running. Motion. Reset. Now it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Bangs into his own guy in the back. Going to push the pile forward. Going to be out close to the 45, but not quite there. So it'll be a gain of about 3. Kawan Collins with the tackle.
Great defense.
And that's Cobb, and he's not going anywhere.
CMU's defensive lineman shot the gaps.
And there comes a late flag. Rashad McKinney's in on the tackle. Late flag. That's at the 44-yard line. Culver's coach wants an explanation as to what's going on. He's being backed off the field by the field judge, reluctantly. So I'm going to guess it's going against Culver from the way things look. And they're marking it off, and we'll see what the official says. Personal foul. Called on Dominic Herrera. So now it's third. It was after the play, so it's third down and 15, 14. Eagle defense implored to go get the quarterback, and here they come. Screen pass, knocked away very nicely by Kamel in the middle of it. Louis Kamel with the knockdown.
The Eagles smelled that one out. They could see that coming from a mile away. Knocked that pass down.
Yeah, the safe thing is either a draw play out of that or a screen pass, and they went the screen pass direction. I mentioned Eternity Willock a while ago. Lady Eagles get started before too long, as do the men's team under new head coach Matt Sherman. Still going to be Coach Sherman, but Jeff passing that off to his son. Jeff, the athletic director now, and he's going to be inducted into the Missouri State Missouri State Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame.
Congratulations to
39
Jeff.
Years as the head coach. And it's going to go up and out of bounds. Nope, doesn't go out of bounds yet, but it will, and there it is.
What an honor for Jeff, and so well-deserved.
Absolutely, as he takes over as the athletic director here at Central, passes the mantle of men's basketball coach to his son, Matt. And we could see another 39 years of Coach Sherman in the trenches here on that map, but it's not long. Our last football game here at home is on November 10th. We will have that at 1 o'clock, and when that's done, Jay-Sean Northington, my producer, and I will wander up to Puckett Fieldhouse for a women's basketball game against Missouri Baptist at 7 o'clock. Women made it to the Final Four last year in the NAIA, returning 4 of their 5 starters. Luna hands it to Vroman. Picks up about a yard. Just tough skating in there right now. Picks up 1. Second down and 9.
Ball at the 36.
Ten minutes and 5 seconds left here in quarter number 2. 10-7 in favor of Culver. Eagles need a big play of some sort from somewhere. Motion back and forth, reset. Back to pass, Luna. Down the middle, he's got a man open, but overthrows him.
That's too bad. Number 4 was wide open, had beaten his man by 2 or 3 yards, and Luna overthrew that pass.
A.J. Allen with that. And if he would able to come down with that in stride, that was going to go the distance for a touchdown because he'd gotten a little separation, but not to be. 3rd down and 9 now. Quesada is the favorite target, but he's a short possession type of receiver rather than a down the middle pick up a bunch. So 3rd down and 9. Defense hasn't been off the field very long. Luna into the flat. That's Vroman. Let's see where they mark him out at. Right at the line. It looks like it'll be a 1st down. It will be. So 1st and 10. Garen Vroman with the catch and run. A 9-yard catch out to the 45-yard line. Clock restarts.
Nice effort on Roman to get that 1st down.
Again, he's a freshman from here in Fayette, Missouri. Steve Luchin was here 2 weeks ago. He was from Fayette, Missouri at the time. So a couple of local kids getting some playing time. As Vroman gets a handoff. Pushes the pile for maybe 2 yards.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't know why when the pile gets pushed.
Culver stripped the ball.
They did, but they're saying that the forward progress was stopped.
Which is the correct call.
And the head lineman's having words with a couple of the players from Culver about why the call was what it was. It's a gain of 1, so 2nd down and 9.
Central offense has to get some consistency here.
We haven't seen much of a quarterback draw from Luna yet. Outside, and that's almost picked off.
Culver-Stockton D-back read that all the way. And it's a miracle he didn't pick that off for 6.
Yeah, he was in much better position to do that. That would be Carlos Price. Sophomore from St. James, Louisiana. So 3rd down and 9. We'll have the sound of Central. Band at halftime. 3rd and 9 from the 46. Luna looks. Flushed. Flushed again and going to be sacked. Has his helmet taken off, and there's a flag. 2 flags. We'll see if we get a face mask out of this. And I think that's an automatic 1st down, if that's what it is. It's at the 31, and they're going to talk about it. See what the referee says. Going to talk about it a little bit more. Face mask. Automatic 1st down. 15 yards wouldn't have gotten them the 1st down, but the penalty does. Now they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage, so it would have gotten them the 1st down. Takes it down to the 39-yard line in Wildcat territory.
1st down 10, Central Methodist. Wildcats, 39.
8:40 to go in this second period. Luna. Vroman going to be tackled for a loss on the play.
Nothing doing on that play.
Kendall Fowler with the tackle. Had that smelled out, came from his left defensive end across the formation and made the tackle. Loss of 2, second down and 12. We'll have halftime stats for you as well. Luna back. Rush coming from the outside. Has a man. Feathers it in nicely.
Nice play by Matt Luna. He paid a price for that throw. Immediately as he threw it, he got hit from behind by the defensive lineman and was able to make that completion.
That's Chase Rankin on the catch. First down inside the 25-yard line, down to almost just inside the 22. Fresh set of downs. By far, Luna's best throw of the half. Looks that way again. Outside. That's Vroman, who's pushed well out of bounds, but no flag called. As they're running Vroman out of the backfield. He's going to pick up 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
Gotta love that. Second down and 4.
A lot of things you can do out of this, which is a lot different than second down and 10. So,
line of scrimmage on the 15-yard line. 2 and 2 wide out. Shotgun formation.
Hunter Hogue, the running back, just to the right of Matt Luna. He gets the handoff. It was high, but he gets it, runs it up the middle, close to. Push the pile forward. That's what everybody does, and it'll look like it'll be a first down. I don't understand when it's on offense and it's kind of stood up. They don't blow the whistle right away, and the pile gets moved forward, and they get all the yardage. When they stand them up on the other end and start pushing it backward a little bit, they don't always blow the whistle quickly. We saw that with the strip a while ago that was after forward progress was stopped. And they're calling it first and goal from the 10, so they've got a full 10 to go here to get into the end zone. Hogue, the running back, right behind Luna. One receiver to the bottom, everybody else tight. Reverse, handoff. Hogue knocked down, loses a yard or two on it. Hogue, a freshman running back out of Dos Palos, California. Second and goal from the 13, so a loss of 3 on that play. Allen in motion, resets to the left side. No receiver to the bottom. That's where got a wide receiver, tight end. Corner pass.
Oh, little pass defense there.
And there goes the flag. Interference in the end zone. That was intended for Allen, and you could see the defender just going to get tangled up and have both hands wrapped around him, not letting him go anywhere. So that'll make it first and goal from to 2, the 1. 2-yard line, so first and goal now from the 2.
First down goal for the Eagles. Ball from Wildcat, 2-yard line.
The Eagle long snapper getting loose on the sideline for either an extra point or a field goal attempt. Hogue hit and knocked down at the 5. Not going anywhere.
Central offensive line is having difficulty with Culver's defensive line. Culver's getting a lot of penetration here on the goal line.
It was Noah Dukes with that stop. Moves them back to the 6-yard line, so a loss of 4. Look to the sideline. 12 on the play clock, plenty of time. Luna outside to the corner. And it is an interception thrown in the corner in the end zone.
Charlie, they could have thrown a flag on that one too.
And they were kind of wondering why they weren't throwing a flag on that one.
Sure looked like defensive pass interference to me in the corner of the end zone.
A lot of fighting and no flag called, and the Culver player comes down with it, so the threat goes by the board. .418 to go here in period number 2, and Culver offense back out to the field. Jace Orndorff at quarterback.
Central's running a 2-deep zone defense.
Motion across, reset. Orndorff with a handoff. Run down by Kamel behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by Kamel. He read that beautifully. Made a stop for a loss.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Eagles with 1 timeout left. They burned 2 in the first quarter. One time they only had 10 defenders on the field.
Looks like the same defense.
Kamel coming around the corner, can't get there in time. Long throw, almost picked as the defender. Anthony Johnson stepped inside and knocked that away, almost intercepted that on the sideline. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
Nice reaction by Johnson.
Eagles can get the ball back around midfield with a stop here.
Defense is playing very well. Got him way back in a hole.
Hackman at the bottom of the screen. 10 on the play clock. Throwing it across the middle and too far for number 5. Slayton Ochoa, incomplete. And those incomplete passes save time on the clock. 3:34, I believe, left here in the first half. Eagles are going to get the ball back. Eric, one of the things the Eagles have had problems with on their punt team is their punt receiver gets too deep, the ball bounces in front of him, and the other team picks up about 15 yards of roll that he hasn't been able to come up and make a catch. And he's standing at his own 35-yard line, and I don't think this punter averages 39.
Exactly what you said.
It hits at midfield, but this one doesn't bounce forward. But the last ball game 2 weeks ago that we did here, it was 15, 20 yards each time that they lost because the deep back was too far back. Couldn't come up and field it. Whereas who they were playing at the time, which was, if I look at it real quick, I'll tell you, it was Clark. Their guy was running up and sliding and catching the ball every time he could and saving the yardage after the ball hit. So the Eagles have it at the 45-yard line in Wildcat territory. Running back, not going to get anything. Malik Brewer, a senior, 5'10", 180. Loses a yard on it, makes it 2nd and 11. Quezada has been the receiver to get the short yardage possession type guy. They've been looking at Allen deep. Haven't seen a quarterback run yet. There's a shot down the field, but incomplete into double coverage. Aaron Edwards, the intended receiver. It'll be third down. We have not seen Luna with a design quarterback draw yet, but we might see one of those or a bootleg soon because he's catching pressure from right up the middle. 3rd and 11. Low snap. Picks it up, but they're going to call him down as he knelt down to get it. And Culver's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, Luna had to get down on his knee in order to corral that snap. And when he did so, he was automatically down.
So Culver takes their first timeout of the half. Look out here and see. 2:30 left in the half. Culver's got 2 timeouts left. Central's got 1. Culver's offense averaging 269 yards per game. Central's offense 159.9, so 160. Central 0-4 on the season, 0-4 in the conference. Culver 1-3 and 1-3 in the conference on the year. Central losing a tough game last week at Graceland, 26-20. Late long touchdown. 4th down, Workman in the punt again. 48-yard line in Eagle territory. Good snap. Rush gets it away, end over end. Bounce it about to 17. Going to roll and roll and roll, and it's going to get in the end zone again. That's 2 times they've had a chance to down the ball inside the 5, and it's managed to work its way all the way into the end zone. So Culver will have it at the 20. 2 timeouts left. 2:16 on the clock. One of Central's players has either neon green or bright yellow cleats on, and every time I see him run, I think there's a flag on the play, or 2 or 3, 2 at least, because he's got yellow shoes on. Defense asked to hold again. It's family day here. Got a nice crowd. 85 degrees or so. Not a lot of wind. Orndorff back to pass. Looks. Flushed. Now throws. Almost picked off. Knocked away nicely. Knocked away by Donald Garland. So 2nd down and 10. .210 left as the official wants the clock redone.
2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. All at the 20.
.210 left in this first half. 10-7 Culver. Orndorff. Ochoa in motion. Resets, 3 wide now to the top. Looks that way. Hit as he throws, and it's complete to the 35-yard line. Out to the 45-yard line. Ochoa with the catch. Went in motion, reset in the middle of the 3 out there, and makes the catch. Picks up another 10 yards after the catch. Out to the 45, 1st and 10. Another short out pass. Marking it a completion. It's going to pick up about 5 on the play. Working the sidelines, keeping plenty of time. 1:44 to go in the first half. 2 timeouts on the Culver side. Orndorff back again. Little wheel route out of the backfield. That's Cobb, I believe. And there goes flags all over the place again.
It might be a personal foul against Central.
They've had an unsportsmanlike conduct. They've had. This looks like nobody's moving yet. Some of the Central players are walking backwards towards their own goal line. So the penalty goes against Central. It goes against Lontus McClinchin.
Charlie, that's just lack of discipline on the part of the defense. These are the kind of fouls that drive coaches crazy. And I know Coach Galloway is one of those coaches.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with – he's going to be pretty happy with his defensive performance in the first half, but he's not going to like these penalties.
No.
Because that takes it down to the 31-yard line. And based on what we saw earlier out of Velasco, their field goal kicker, they're in range. Because he hit a 50-yarder.
They are.
So now they still have 2 timeouts left. Still 1:33 to go. 2 down linemen. Others fake to come. LaMarcus Washington tries to get there. There's a into the end zone. Receiver fell down. Picked off. Run out. I should know who that is because that's the yellow shoes. Keyshawn Wilson with his second interception of the season runs it back out to the 18, almost 19-yard line.
That was just one of those plays where the receiver fell down and the quarterback had thrown the ball already. The only person there to catch it was the CMU defense.
Yeah, that was sort of almost like a punt. Just run it down, catch it, and take off.
Mm-hmm.
So another turnover for the Eagles. See if they can do anything with it. They don't have a lot of time and only 1 timeout left, but
got 1:25 to go down there and score. We're going to want to see that.
Motion across. Quezada. Out pattern. Incomplete. Intended for A.J. Allen, and that's a dangerous pass. Culver D-backs are jumping up on that. They're not biting on anything going long over their head because everything's been in front of them so far, and they just keep inching up further and further.
That was ever so close to a pick six.
Sonny Jenkins almost had that one. Stacked at the bottom. 2 to the top. 1 running back. And they're going to run, pick up a couple of yards. Brewer with the carry. And a timeout call by Culver. It's their second timeout. They have 1 left to go.
Culver must think they're going to get the ball back here.
Well, it's 3rd down and 7. An incomplete pass will stop the clock. I would think Central would try some sort of a running play to make them use their last timeout before punting if they don't make it. But Central may play for a big one downfield, and if it's picked off, it's the same effect as having a punt if you pick it off and get tackled deep down the field. See what Matt Luna. We've only seen Evan Robertson for Central for 1 play. He had to come in at the last play of last week's game after Luna's helmet got knocked off, and he couldn't make the Hail Mary pass, so into the ball game came Evan Robertson, junior from Melville, Missouri. So, want to make sure we thank the corporate partners that make all this possible for CMU Athletics: MFA Oil, Braun Home, Community Auto Sales and Service, Howard Electric Cooperative, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, and Steve Miller of Remax Boone Realty. Luna in the gun, one behind him. Luna talks to the running back, who's now set to Luna's right. And there's the handoff as they're going to run the ball. And it's out close to, and enough for a first down.
Yeah, looks
out
like
to the 30.
Looks like they did it.
On the play, that's good enough for a CMU first down.
So that puts a little crimp in the plans of Culver getting the ball back in good field position with a timeout.
Good job, CMU offense.
See if Luna can capitalize and move them a little quicker and a little better. Out pattern again. This
Out
is
of bounds.
Brewer again. He stays inbounds, doesn't pick up anything. Clock will continue to run. We're under 1 minute. We're at 43 seconds to go. Culver doesn't look like he's interested in calling a timeout yet. Central's not interested in calling a timeout.
Nice play.
There's Allen with the catch out the midfield. Clock will stop for the first down. And Central will use their last timeout to stop the clock with 19 seconds left.
Allen ran an in route on that, and Luna's throw was right on time. Wide open Allen.
And I know you as a receiver know that at some point in time you got to build a chemistry, a rapport with your quarterback about where you intend to be as to where he thinks you're going to be to throw the ball, because most of the throws are made while you're coming out of your cut.
That's correct.
And you got to be in the right spot, and sometimes that takes a little time to get used to. Luna didn't start the first couple of games, but he did play, and it looks like he's starting to get a little better feel of where his receivers are supposed to be so he can find them.
That was one of the better throws I've seen him make today. And that timing is critical between the quarterback and the receiver. That just comes from hours and hours and hours of running patterns.
Who else was here when you were here? Who were the other wide receivers on the team with you that year?
So we
those years?
We had Gene Williams, who was my counterpart on the other side of the field.
Gino.
And then we had, obviously, Steve Lugin, who was an incredible receiving and blocking tight end. We had Dale Mason out of the backfield.
Mace.
And we had Stinson out of the backfield, too. So we had one heck of a passing team. John Stinson.
Well, Williams and Mason played baseball with me, so I know them very well. Mason could run. Linebacker comes straight through without anybody getting a hand on him. That's Dexter Marsh. And that'll probably end the half.
Luna had no chance on that play, Charlie.
No, he wasn't the defensive play where it wasn't even touched. So let's go ahead. We've got a 1.5 minute ad to run for the Heart. We'll do that, and when we come back, we'll have the band, and if they come back sooner than that, we'll cut in. So we'll be right back right after this on the Heart Conference Network.
set the game clock to 1. Start on my count.
What does she play? Oh, cool. Okay.
Under the field command of Senior Drum Major Maureen Hennessy, Central Methodist University is proud to present the Sound of Central, the 2022 CMU Marching Eagle Band. The Sound of Central opened today's halftime performance with a tune written by Pete Townsend and made popular in 1967 by The Who, titled I Can See for Miles. Today's featured trumpet soloist was J.T. Boggs. The band would now like to feature their color guard, who's under the direction of Karen Jeffries to a piece by CeeLo Green. Here's the CMU color guard, the Sound of Central, and Forget You. finish today's halftime show, the Sound of Central brings you a jazz standard originally written by Hoagie Carmichael and performed by many famous artists. To close today's show, here is Georgia on My Mind, featuring Matt Hamilton as trumpet soloist. The Sound of Central is voiced by Professor Skip Randall with assistance from Steve Whitmire, Karen Jeffries as color guard, and Alex Douglas as the drumline instructor.
All right, so we're back, halftime. Culver with a 10-7 lead over the Eagles. We'll have some halftime stats for you in just a moment. But we want to go ahead and Eric Trills is our guest today. And Eric, we've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that. Back when we had hair. Again, the quality of this is not great, but remember, it was a few years ago. Eric has not seen this. Did not know that this was going to go on.
I did not.
So these are highlights of Tom Stein throwing the ball to Eric Trells.
These first few clips are from the Evangel game in 1977.
Yep. And Ottawa University when they were in the heart. Now that's at Ottawa.
Yep. That's against Missouri Valley, I think.
And this is William Jewell.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things that Steve Lugent said when he was here 2 weeks ago about you, I didn't think he was fast until you tried to catch him.
Deceptively fast, I guess.
He said you were quick to go along with everything else. And you are a holder, along with Tom Stein, of a record that will never be broken in the NAIA of a 99-yard touchdown pass against the same Culver-Stockton Wildcats, which is coming up in just a moment or two.
Yeah, if you notice, I got tackled inside the 5-yard line many times.
But that's okay. Coach Holmes would take a penalty so you could back up and get a 10 or 15-yard touchdown catch out of it.
I think this is the play here.
It is the play. They're right there. There you go. 99-yard national record.
Yeah, Coach Holmes said, "Can you beat that guy deep, Eric?" And I said, "Sure."
What are you supposed to say? No, I can't
Yeah,
do it.
no, Coach, I can't. No.
I can't. Don't throw it my way. I can't do that. So part of these, you're in one number, you're like 82, and another part of this, you're 87. You just,
Yeah.
the number freed up and you wanted to go for it?
No, somebody stole my 82 jersey, so I had to go with 87 for a while, and then the next year I got 82 back.
Okay. And again, the quarterback throwing all these passes to you is Tom Stein.
Yeah, he was incredible. His precision, accuracy, and Steve was exactly right about the soft throw, easy to catch. He could throw the long pass, too.
And this, again, look at the screen. This is 1977.
Oop, little bobble.
But a catch nonetheless.
I tell you what, every one of those catches that you see out there were made possible not only from the offensive line, but from Gene Williams and Steve and Dale, who were running their routes and distracting the defense. In fact, I think of everybody on that team, Gene was probably the best receiver on that team.
Gene was at a Hairston Hall of Fame. He may have come up for yours.
He did.
He
did
came up
come
for your
up.
induction?
He, Dale, and Tom came up for my induction. I actually nominated him for the Hall of Fame this year.
Tom?
No, Gene.
Gene?
Yeah, Tom's in it. Tom's been in it since he graduated.
Should have been in it before he graduated. As soon as they made the Hall of Fame, he should have been in it.
Yeah, his after the football banquet, after his senior years when they retired his jersey and put him in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, he just throws the ball effortlessly down the field.
I mean, hit me just perfectly. Some people don't know, maybe they don't realize, he did sign a professional contract with the Oakland Raiders right out of college. And he survived all the way to the last cut before the season started.
Well, he was the prototype way back before there was a prototype, because he's 6'2", 6'3", and this is 1977.
Yeah.
1978. But boy, he could gun the football around the field.
And when Tom was trying out for the Raiders, they had Ken Stabler, who many people will know, as their starting quarterback.
Now you faked that guy onto the ground.
Yeah, that was a Coach Holmes pattern that I've never had anyone be able to cover. He came up with that pattern, and No one covered it.
Kind of like the old Central helmets that were the Philadelphia Eagles style with
Yeah,
the wings on the top.
Back in those days, we were the Eagles. You had Culver. I'm sorry, not Culver. You had William Jewell that was dressed up like the St. Louis Football Cardinals.
Yep. Only 4 guys around you there.
I know, and he hit me right in my hands. I mean, how can you not catch that ball?
Well, if you didn't catch it, Coach Holmes would have a conversation with you about that.
Yeah. Hey, baby, sit on the bench. That was my last catch right there. 4th and 40 yards. It was a 44-yard completion. We went on to win that game.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to see 6 minutes of Eric Trell's highlight.
Well, Charlie, thank you for that surprise.
Central did that for you.
Very nice.
I just asked if they could find the 99-yarder, and they found a whole bunch other than that. And we have given Eric a copy of that, and he's going to take a copy of it as well to Tom Stein for posterity, for their use somewhere down the line. The quality's not great, but again, that was 1977, 1978, 79, so quite a few years ago. And we have thoroughly enjoyed. I was very happy when you consented to come up and do this for us and help us out with a ball game. I was charged with getting some legends of Central to come help me out. So now you have another title. You're a legend at Central.
Okay. I'll take it. I don't know if I earned it, but I'll take it.
Well, that makes up for the mediocrity that I am for you to be here as a legend.
Oh, this has been a pleasure and an honor to come out here and see the game and broadcast it with you. And
well, I have Greg Hessian coming in 2 weeks. He was an All-American place kicker here. And, in fact, he and Mike Nichols were both All-Americans as a punter and a field goal kicker, place kicker, those for the Eagles. So
what years were those?
I think they were later than that, but that's Greg is going to come do a ball game with me. And he lives down around the Springfield area. Several years after you were gone. But he was, if you could get within 45 to 50 yards of the goal line, if you could get him a 50-yard attempt, he was pretty good at kicking the long ball.
Wow.
So he's going to come do it. And then a more recent graduate, Saloom Stutzer, is going to come do the last game with me. I believe he was an All-American safety here. So we're doing this. We did this with basketball last year. I invited David Fox up to do a ball game with me because I see him doing games on the high school level like I do. So he came and did a game with me. Jim Ross came and did a ball game with me. Joe Green, who was here, played basketball, came and did a game. And his son's coming to play for Matt Sherman next year here. And then I got the honor of having David Fox and Danny Whithelm.
Oh, my gosh.
On the mics together. And Danny was afraid he wouldn't have much to say. David got him started. We were off and running.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it was one of the more enjoyable times. I mention this on almost every single broadcast, not because I have to, because I believe it's honestly the truth. Roger Drake, the president of this school, has made a tremendous impact and difference in this school from what it was 15 years ago. He has, if you stop and look at what they did last year, football made the NAIA playoffs for the first time ever. Volleyball made the NAIA playoffs. Men's and women's soccer made the NAIA playoffs and made it to the Final Four. Men's basketball made the NAIA playoffs. The women made it to the Final Four. Baseball made it into the NAIA playoffs. Track and field had people involved. Cross country had involved. Just about everything. The dance team wins stuff. All of a sudden, things have gotten so much better here, and I credit him for that, for making the resources available to the coaches to find what they need and get them here to take care of things.
Well, Charlie, there's no doubt Dr. Drake has been the driving force behind that. You're absolutely right. And he has said on many occasions that he likes to win. That's his mantra. Mm-hmm. He thinks that athletics are a very important part of the academic setting. And he's put his money where his mouth is, and we've got some great returns on that investment.
And I will tell you, I mentioned this to Steve Luchin. He had not heard this story, and he was happy to tell it, wanted to tell it to his dad, that the first thing that President Drake got when he came here as his gift from the college was a ping pong table.
Well,
he loves ping pong.
You know he's an incredible ping pong player.
Well, I've heard that he plays some of his students for tuition, and he's not had to give them any yet.
He has done that, and he has not lost, not one match.
All right, we're getting set for the second half kickoff. Again, kicks it down about the 5-yard line, dribbled, and sometimes that helps because break things down. Out about to the 30, 32-yard line. Christian Bryce with that. And that's where the Eagles will take over. Hope you enjoyed the halftime, the band, and then the look back at some of the highlights of Eric Trell's career here. Love to be able to do that with Greg Hessian. I may see if we can get the crack staff here at Central on that for when he's here in 2 weeks. But it's been a pleasure. It's an honor to have you here, sir. Glad that you accepted the offer and made the trip up here. And it wasn't just across town.
No, it's been my honor and my pleasure.
And running play stuffed in the backfield for no gain as the Sean Jackson with the tackle. The probably the biggest stat that we have from halftime that we can look at is rushes. The Eagles rushed the ball 17 times for -2 yards, and they just lost 5 on that one. So 18 rushes for -7 yards on the season, or on the ball game, rather.
The old adage that if you don't control the line of scrimmage, you're not going to win the ball game is true for a reason.
Yeah, and they're just stacking people in. They have 2 at the 45-yard line, 15 yards off. Everybody else is within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Little dump-off pass out in the flat. Going to pick up a couple of yards, get back close to the original line of scrimmage. Brewer with the catch. Pick up a 4, be 3rd down and 11.
I think they're going to have to roll Matthew Luna out, get him some open areas to throw to. He's not throwing very well deep downfield. The running game is not working. Got to get something going.
So look, Luna 10 of 22 for 73 yards and 2 picks in the first half. He has been a somewhat effective runner. He hasn't run the ball once today, even out of necessity.
You got to throw it.
Yep, waited too long, too many people around, and he had 4 receivers in the pattern, but nobody was open to throw the ball to, and it'll be another sack. Loss of 5 makes it 4th down and 16.
Quarterback's got 3 to 4 seconds to throw that ball after it's snapped.
And a receiver, you know that as well, that's the time is up and you got to get back and try and help if you can.
That's right. So he should have thrown that out of bounds. I don't think any harm was done, but they were going to have to punt.
Workman gets it away. Going to land about midfield and check up the wrong way. Looked like a golf shot. Not one of mine.
That was
check up back up.
That was close to being blocked too, Charlie. That was too close for comfort.
And we see over on the sideline playing some catch is Evan Robertson. So we'll see if we see him in the next series or somewhere down the line. He may be doing that on his own. I played baseball at Central, and I used to do that all the time. If we had a lead and it was like the 5th inning or so and the pitcher was starting to get in trouble, I would warm up just for the sake of, I'm ready if you need me. That's how I got it. I had a nickname for a while called the Vulture because I came in and tried to steal things all the time, pick the remains. So
I remember watching you play baseball, Charlie.
You didn't see me play much. I was a pitcher only and didn't get to play all that many times. Long pass down the field, good coverage, but caught at the 15-yard line.
They're going to count that in. Not bad coverage from the D-back. That was a great throw and a great catch.
That's Caden Ashlock with the catch. Down to the 15-yard line. So that's almost a 30-yard gain. Culver's in business right away. 1st and 10, 15. Orndorff going to hand it off up the middle. Going to pick up good yardage there as he faked the pass and handed it off to his running back.
Those big linemen on the offensive line are starting to take over.
And that's been an issue late in ball games for the Eagles, that their defense gets worn down having to play so much, and the size of the other team. It's 2nd down and 3. Danzy again. Going to get a yard or so out of it, but
the Eagles are tenacious. They're still fighting, but I've never really seen defensive linemen in upright stances moving laterally along the line of scrimmage while waiting for the play to be snapped.
Miles and Stockard with the tackle. It's 3rd down and 1 from the 6-yard line, from the 7-yard line. Got to get to the 6. Orndorff.
Got a flag on the play.
That'll stop it for now. Let's see where that goes. It's going to be a procedure penalty, so it's going to make it 3rd and 6 as Joseph Slattery checks in. Can't always see the number, but I see the dreads. I see the locks hanging out the bottom, so I know that's him. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now.
After the penalty, 3rd down, 6 for the Wildcats. All of the Eagle, 11.
It's a 3rd and 6. Dansby to the right of Orndorff. 2 receivers to the bottom. Goes in motion. Reverses, comes back. Throws it out to him out of that motion. Nice tackle there by Eric Mays.
Mays has had a good game despite that touchdown in the corner in the end zone that we thought was pass interference. But he was open field with that running back and took him down.
He's one of the few returning defenders back there. Almost all of the rest of the players. 24-yard field goal attempt by Velasco. He's hit a 50, and he's missed a 22. That one is up and good, as that'll make it 13-7. 10:41 to go. Eagles stay within striking distance. Still a one possession game.
Let's see if this offense can adapt to this game by maybe running some rollouts with Luna. Give him the option to throw or run. Still within a touchdown game here. In fact, with a touchdown, Central takes the lead. So let's see what happens.
The defense has done its part. It's just been the offense trying to find its footing, which has been the issue for a lot of the years. They were shut out the first 3 games of the season before scoring 20 points last week. Their first score of the season was a pick 6, or was a fumble, block field goal, picked up and run back for a touchdown. Velasco. Let's see where he's from. Corona, California. Junior.
Oh, deep kick.
Make it into the end zone. Come out to the 20.
Good job
Got
letting it go.
bodies all over the place at the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
One block took down 4 players.
We have a pile up. Looks like everybody's okay.
Yeah, four-car pile up there at the 30-yard line. Let's see what the Eagles come out with here on their next possession.
Kick returner made the correct call there. Let the ball go through the end zone. If he had caught it, he would have been within the 5-yard line. So that was a great call on
Evan
his
Robertson,
part.
junior quarterback out of Melville, Missouri, makes his second appearance. First legitimate appearance. He came in and threw a pass on a Hail Mary in the last play against Graceland last week. See what he's got up his sleeve. Back to pass, looks. He's got a long ball in his pocket. That's what he's got. And there comes the flag. As Allen covered double coverage downfield.
The pass was a little underthrown, but there was pass interference on the play. Double coverage there on that receiver too.
So it'll be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Called on number 4. That'd be Carlos Price, sophomore out of Louisiana, state of. So we'll walk off 15, and that should take it down to the 45-yard line in Wildcat. Oh, it takes it to the 40. They've already marked it off. I was hoping they'd mark off some more, but they marked off 15 there. Robertson at least with a threat of long ball. Now throws short. Dropped by Quezada.
You like the confidence that number 7 has coming in, throwing the ball, which is what Central needs. So you can see that the offensive coordinators decided to change quarterbacks and go to the pass-oriented offense.
And the long throw on his first play from scrimmage at least loosens the defense up a little bit and makes the corners play a little deeper and the linebackers at least pay attention to their area a little bit. Running play, pick up a couple. Be 3rd and long. Malik Brewer with the carry. Other teams have had a lot of success throwing the ball on a little crossing pattern underneath. Let's see if Central can work something like that into theirs. Have somebody clear it out and then drag somebody underneath of it. $17 on the play clock, so lots of time. Robertson, 2 receivers to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Looks to the bottom. Going to try and get out of there. Not going to get out, though. Held up, tackled, and here comes a flag on the play.
That was a 3-man rush from Culver-Stockton, and they got in. The offensive line did not do a great job protecting the quarterback. And
John Jackson involved with that catch. Now let's see what the flag is.
Yeah.
Central's offense has not left the field yet. But they're looking. Culver's defense hasn't left the field. And they're not looking. They're backing up. So I don't know if somebody did something on the tackle because Robertson was being held up. And I don't know if somebody came in and they're going to pick it up, I bet.
Looked like.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Yep.
Yeah.
Looked like somebody piled on the quarterback, but apparently not. Referees are hearing it from the fans here in the stands.
I've never refereed football, so I can't say anything about that. But I have done baseball and softball, and if the home plate umpire called a strike, you don't get around to talk about it and say, well, it really wasn't in a strike zone, so we're going to call it a ball. Because that's just basically what they did. I saw a penalty, but I guess I didn't see a penalty. So Workman, he's had 1 blocked, and he's been under pressure all day, and there's 10 on the line coming after him again. And there's a flag for offside, I think, because otherwise they would have blown it dead. And it's going to roll down to the 26-yard line. It won't be enough for a first down. But instead of 4th and 12, it'll be 4th and 7. Not that I think that makes any difference to Central. The only thing now is, can you get a better punt with 5 more yards than that one was?
That was one of Workman's better punts today, but it bounced and rolled pretty good on him. So we'll see what the coach says as far
They
as.
may take the penalty on the end of the play. We're going to have a conference about it. Yell out. See what's going on. We've lost one of our cameras, so
They just called a first down.
called it a first down. Yeah, but I think they're going to add the 5-yard penalty on at the end of this and take it back 5 more yards. So it's at the 26, and they're going to walk off a 5-yard penalty
Yep.
from there
First down, Culver.
to 21.
Following the penalty, first down 10. Culver-Stockton. Ball at the 21.
9:20 to go here in the third quarter.
All right, let's see what the D can do.
Noah Cobb started onto the field, turns around and goes back. Cobb with the ball, running the football, and doesn't go anywhere.
We've got a flag in the area of holding.
Well, Demarion Cobb loses about 3, maybe 4 on it, so I maybe declined the penalty. It's a 10-yard penalty. They'll probably take it if it's holding. Referee's asking Coach Calloway what he wants to do, and he says, we'll take the penalty, make it 2nd and 20. It is a holding foul against Culver. Stay first down, but now it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 11. They got to get to the 31. Slattery in on the defensive side.
Central's defense is anticipating a pass.
Orndorff, shotgun. Cobb next to him, resets to the left side. Throw out to the outside. Drag down there and a flag, and then maybe a horse collar or a face mask.
That could be a horse collar. That was not intentional.
It's not, but instead of being 2nd down and 18, it's probably going to be 1st down because that'll be a personal foul, and that may have an automatic 1st down with it.
Personal foul, forced collar tackle, defense, 14, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And it is an automatic 1st down. That's Keon Collins. Just trying to make a tackle, but grabbed the wrong spot. So they had to get to the 31 for a 1st down there at the 28, but it's an automatic 1st down.
Ball at the Culver, 28-yard line.
Everybody in tight this time. Run them out wide. Going to throw it across the middle. Wide open. Will be stopped right about the 1st down marker.
Orndorff's pass complete, number 3, Kevin Hodges on the reception.
Hodges with the catch. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Joe Slattery with the tackle. They've decided to bunch it up and come out of it with breaks instead of going wide. There's the running play to Cobb. He gets the 1st down, but that's about all he gets out of it. It's enough for a 1st down out to the 39. Anthony Johnson checks back in for the Eagles. Cobb is going to check out. Checking into the backfield. Maurice Chavers, junior running back out of St. Louis. Oh, almost a big play there. That was almost the play. LaMarcus Washington batted the ball, went up in the air. 2 Eagles there along with Orndorff, the quarterback, but it falls incomplete. But a nice job by the defense.
Round of applause to LaMarcus Washington. He was determined. You could see him coming just before the snap, shot through the line of scrimmage, got in the quarterback's face, tipped the ball, and almost intercepted it.
And if he had, it was run over the quarterback to the end zone. 2nd and 10. Orndorff hands it off. Ball's loose,
Fumble.
and I think Central has it on the roof. And LaMarcus Washington's in the middle of that. He may have the fumble recovery.
That was one of the toughest tackles I have seen this game.
That was a straight up flat.
Immediate separation of the ball. And Central recovers. Nice play defense.
David Stockard's getting a lot of pats on the back, so he may have caused the fumble, and Washington may have recovered it.
All right, come on, offense. Let's do something.
Robertson back out as the quarterback. Brewer, the running back, to his right side now after he resets. Motion, that's Allen. Fake the handoff, look deep. He's got a man open deep, but it's overthrown to the short man and picked off. And that is running it back. There comes a couple of flags out at the end of it.
Yeah, Charlie, the quarterback missed A.J. Allen, number 4. He was wide open about the 10-yard line, and he tried to force it into coverage, overthrew the receiver, and right into the defensive hands.
David Hernandez with the interception and return. That's his 4th pick of the season. We'll see what the penalty is. Block in the back. Hold or something against Central.
It's tough to play court.
Personal foul, blindside block, number 33 of the defense. 15-yard penalty for the follow foul. First down, Culver-Stockton.
So it goes against Culver. Blindside block.
Tough to play quarterback, but looks like Mr. Robertson is holding on to the ball a little bit too long, and then the receiver is outrunning his arm.
And a couple of times he stared at the receiver he was going to throw to the whole time and led everybody right to where the ball was going to go. But he's had about 8 snaps.
That's right. He's a freshman. He's going to learn.
His first. Pass out in the flat. Tackle made. Pick up about 7 on the play, so second down, long 3. Outside again, little screen out there. Gets past, and he is going to go the distance. Kamel trying to catch him. He's knocked out of bounds. Nice hustle there by the Eagles.
That was a backside tackle.
That's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
That was Mr. Kamel that ran that runner down. Great effort. Looked like a sure touchdown.
Let's see if that keeps him out of the end zone with the hustle play. And we've got a timeout called. Goes against Central, their first timeout of the half. So the Eagle defense asked again to hold out of the end zone and make them settle for at least, at the worst, a field goal attempt. A turnover would be nice. We've had a lot of them in this ball game already.
So you can see the Culver-Stockton offense has started to do quick passes to receivers. And the defense has not been able to react appropriately, especially on that play. He took a backside tackle from one of our linebackers to run that receiver down.
Do you know of any reason why they would go to this more packed, well, they're going to spread out now, but they were going with no wide receivers per se and just running them off of a slot or out of a tight end position? I'm not sure exactly what the thinking is, but they've got 2 spread out wide left, one in motion coming across the formation.
They're forcing the defense to adjust, which they just did.
That's Hodges who was in motion. Handoff, that could be Cobb. He's not going anywhere. Going to pick up about 2 on the play.
On the carry for the Wildcats. Cameron Essig with the stop for the Eagles.
So second down, pickup of 1. Second 9. 14-yard line. Orndorff, Cobb to his left. Motion again. That's Hodges again, resets. Gonna throw Hodges' way, little post across the middle, touchdown. Faked out, went in, split the defense, and scored a touchdown. With 5:04 to go, that's Hodges with the catch.
Yeah, Hodges was wide open on that play. That was a simple completion.
Yep. Got the cornerback to move outside. No help in the middle. Split it, catch in the end zone, touchdown. Velasco, the extra point attempt to make it 20-7.
Nice throw by Orndorff.
Kick is on the way.
Velasco's extra point is good.
And good.
Third quarter. Culver-Stockton 14, Eagles 7.
The announcer said it's 14-7. I think it's 20-7.
It is now 20-7. That is correct. 6:04 left in the third quarter.
14-7.
Central has 2 timeouts left. Culver-Stockton has all 3 timeouts.
Massaquoi. Cesaro back deep for the Eagles. Centrals need a big return. They need positive numbers here. Put them in good field position for Robertson if he's coming back in to be the QB. They now go into the end zone. They'll come out to the 25.
It's getting a little chippy out there, Charlie.
It does that from time to time in these games. You can tell when the referee blows his whistle about 4 times in a row that he wants something that's going on to stop right there. So Evan Robertson back behind center again. And they've packed it back in again.
Yeah.
Little out. Catch and pick up a few yards.
Nice gain. Gave the quarterback a little bit more confidence there with that completion.
Aaron Edwards with the catch. Pickup of 6. Second down 4. Couple of short passes and then bait him up and throw it over the top, perhaps.
We'll see.
Trying to push for that first down. Malik Brewer. It's close to a first down. They're going to take a look at it. It looks like it's a first down, and they're moving the sticks, so it is.
First down.
Now maybe we're getting some momentum here. Push this ball down the field.
I've got to mention Cesar Chaparro, the center, is his first action of the season, as Nathaniel Marshall was the center, and he's on crutches down there. And
yeah.
So, except for about one snap that I can remember in the first half down around Luna's ankles, the center has done a nice job of getting the ball to the quarterback. False start against the offense, so it'll be 1st and 15. And I'll go back to the 32-yard line, 31.
That was the tight end, Keon Bass.
Trying to get a head start.
Too bad that's the first time we've mentioned his name, but that was a false
Allen
start.
and Quezada to the top of the screen. Looks to the bottom, throws to the bottom. Blown up right there.
To your point earlier, Charlie, yes, that's what Robertson's doing. He's just eyeballing his receiver all the way down the field. That's so easy for defense to read, and that's what happened right there.
Yep. Is it the idea for the quarterback to move people around with his eyes to get them to go somewhere where they're not, where he doesn't want them to be?
Tom was one of the best at doing that, Tom Stein. He would look on the other side of the field before he threw the pass to you.
And picked up about a yard, so 2nd down and 14. Out in the flat.
Oh.
And nobody's blowing a whistle. There it goes.
That was an incompletion.
Close to a lateral.
Thankfully, the refs saw it the way we did.
I believe that was intended for Brewer.
That was basically a nerves pass. Robertson is nervous. He threw that ball too low for the running back to catch. He's rushing things. But what do you expect out of a first year freshman, first time playing at length in a game?
Because the speed of this game is a lot different than the speed of a high school game.
It sure is.
The size and the speed.
And I like his confidence, though. He's got some confidence. You can just tell from the way he handles himself.
Flushed out.
There
Looks.
you go. Good job.
Couple of moves. Not going to get to the 1st down marker, but he picks up some positive yards out of that. And now Culver's defense has something else to think about from time to time. He can run out of there when flushed. It'll be 4th down and 5.
Nice job evading the rush. Actually ran about 40 yards on that play to get 5 yards.
Yeah, you could tell he had it figured out. He did not have the angle to escape, so he was looking for the sideline to get there as quickly as he could.
He was looking at that sideline.
Workman again, 10 players on the line for Culver. They're going to come after it again. Nope, they don't. He gets it away. Fair catch call for. Be nice for a fumble, but no luck there.
Nice kick.
No return. It's Caden Ashlock, freshman out of Iowa Park, Texas, makes that catch.
It's getting late, Charlie. We got to score some points here.
That has not been a strength of this team so far.
Well, the offense hasn't scored a point yet in this game.
So the defense may be asked to come up with another pick or scoop and score, pick 6, something to get them back in, because it's a 2-score game. You're going to need 2 touchdowns to get back in front with 2 extra points. So let's see if Culver wants to run the ball. Nope, they want to throw it. And there's a drag and hold on for dear life. Nice play there by the defense.
Good reaction to that throw into the flat.
Collins with the grab and hold while everybody rallied to the ball. It's a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. 2:50 to go, 3rd quarter. I thought maybe they'd just run the ball and run some clock, but that's a pretty safe pass. They're going to throw it again. And there's your pick.
Mr. Mays.
Down to about the 10-yard line.
Eric Mays with that interception. There we go. The defense doing it again.
Giving the Eagles a little bit of life as that ball will be put down. I thought he'd go a little further than that, but maybe not. Is there having a discussion with a couple of the offensive linemen about the chop block, it appears. And we maybe have a flag on the play.
You can't do that anymore.
Holding 65, offense. That penalty declined.
So it was a holding call, decline, take the interception and the run back. Put it down at the 10 where I think it's going to be first and goal.
Here we go. We're going to find out just how much the Eagles want to win this ball game.
They put it at the 10 and it's first and goal.
You have got to score on this series.
The Eagles do not have a big bowling ball running back, a big bruiser who can pick up 2 or 3 yards inside the tackles. So that's an issue. It'll be Brewer, the running back. Got a wide receiver lined up on a wing just to the right of Robertson, which indicates that that's maybe where they want to run, unless he's going to throw it. And he drops the ball, and it's on the ground, but he does manage to recover it, as he was going to throw the ball in the left corner of the end zone on a fade pattern, but they're throwing the ball. The officials are throwing the ball around. The official that had it threw it to the other one, thinking it was an incomplete pass, wanting to respot it back where it was, but it's second and goal from the 17 now. Second and goal from the 17. Robertson out in the flat, but there's two defenders there. Brewer with the catch. Anthony Flores with the coverage, the tackle on the play, and make it third down. And down 13. I don't think a field goal helps you a whole lot here. So maybe 4 down territory. Let's see. I think they're going to have to pick up a pretty good chunk of this if they're going to go for it on 4th down. 12 on the play clock. 1:02 on the game clock. Robertson looks left. That's where he's going the whole way. Flushed. Running the wrong way to throw it. Almost falls down, now tackled. He might have been better off instead of doing the pirouette that way to turn and go the other direction. But he's tackled back at the 27, 28-yard line. It's 4th and goal from the 28.
He made the pirouette and lost his balance.
And now, what do you do?
4th down goal. Ball at the 27.
Talking about it on the sideline, from where it's sitting right now at the 28, that would be a 45, 46-yard field goal.
They're going to let the clock run down and
talk about it between periods is where it's 6, 5, 7 on the play clock, so they can let it go down, which they do, and then they're going to talk about it and talk about whether or not to send Jose Pena out to try a field goal, or what you're going to do on 4th and goal from the 28-yard line. Not a good situation. So, I mean, all Culver has to do is knock it down and get the ball at the 28 if it's a pass in the end zone, because you know that's where they're going to defend, because that's where Central has to get to. So we're going to change ends and go the other way on 4th down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles have scored 4 touchdowns this year. 2 on offense, 2 on defense. Just no rapport built yet between quarterback and wide receivers.
And then
but when you lose your quarterback and your 2 or 3 time All-American wide receiver, plus all the rest of your receivers, plus your running backs.
It's going to hurt your offense, no question.
It's going to take a while to find what you're able to do. Brewer all the way out.
Bad snap.
Long on the ground. And Robertson tackled. So what was first and goal at the 10 turns over on 4th down at the 37-yard line. So 27 yards and losses in 4 plays for the Eagles.
That snap came out rolling on the ground, and I think what happened was that the snap hit the center in the rear end. This is a new center. This is a new quarterback. And you're going to have these things happen under those circumstances. But they better straighten it out pretty quick.
Yeah, the defense is back out there again. Culver with a 2-touchdown lead, the ball, and the ability to run the clock if they decide to do that. They may look for another score. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, why not?
Knocked down at the line before it gets outside. Looks like Stockard maybe got his hand on that. So Davian Stockard, who came into this as the leading tackler. He had 41 tackles in 4 games coming into this. Been in the middle of a lot of things. 2nd and 10. Now they're going to run it. Up the middle, some room. That's Cobb. He's going to get close to the first down, and if they push the pile far enough, he'll get it. And he's pretty close to it.
Great run by Cobb. He made all that yardage on his own.
So now I see on the sideline playing catch, Malin Cole. He started the first couple of games. Orndorff short. Stockard almost got it. He's back in the play trying to run it down, but it's a catch and carry down inside the 25. Herrera on the catch, but there's a flag at the 37-yard line right in front of the Culver bench. And here comes the call from the official. Block in the back against Culver. A 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which was 5 yards beyond the first down marker, so it's going to be first down and 5 or 6, 7. Nope, 47, so 4. So it was a 17-yard gain with 10 yards of that negated. Handoff, Cobb. 45, taken down there.
He is tough to take down. Very determined runner.
Don't give him any stats there. Let me see if I can find the Culver. 5'10", 200-pound sophomore is Demarius Cobb. Second down and 2. Back to pass. Orndorff, quick out. Herrera with the catch, and it'll be a first down. Dominic Herrera, sophomore tight end out of Frisco, Texas.
He's a big boy.
See if he's listed on their sheet somewhere for me to find. They don't, on the program, there is not a height and weight, and he's not on there too deep either, so. Run that goes nowhere. Joseph Slattery makes the tackle. 2nd and 10. 12:53 to go in regulation. Pass down the field. Oh, just over the hands, almost little alligator arms there. Didn't quite reach out to get that. It was just out of the reach of Hodges. Could have been a big play.
Third down 10. Ball at the 32.
That was good coverage by Mays again.
He's been pretty much a stalwart back there for them today. He's got at least one interception.
I don't know why they keep throwing his way.
They must like the matchup. He's not particularly tall, but that doesn't seem to make much difference. Third down and 10. Heaving it towards the end zone. Defender falls down. Catch made inside the 20-yard line, down to the 15. It'll be first down there. Ochoa with the catch. Defender fell down on the cut. Anthony Johnson makes the tackle.
Culver-Stockton, ball at the 14.
We've got all kinds of things going on the sideline. We have center working with a quarterback, and there's a run to the end zone for a touchdown. Or pass
Touchdown, Culver-Stockton.
to Eppinger. Haven't said his name much today. He's their leading receiver.
Eppinger grabbed that ball, was almost deflected by the defense, and then was determined to get in that end zone. He went past and juked out 2 or 3 central defenders for that 10-yard gain.
So Velasco in for the extra point. There's a penalty for a false start as the right end on that side, tight end on that side, raised up a little bit before the snap. So it'll back them up 5 yards, and unless Central was in the neutral zone before that. I don't think distance is Velasco's issue, though. He hit a 50-yard field goal in the first half.
First snap, false start, 65 offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay that time down.
Velasco now we move back 25-yard attempt.
So left guard moved. Back him up 5, and now it's a 25-yard extra point attempt. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way. No good, wide left.
Velasco's extra point, no good, wide left. 12-18, fourth quarter.
So it stays 26-7. We've had all kinds of things going on the sideline. We had another quarterback warm up. We had the center practicing his shotgun snap. We've had a little bit of everything. It looks like Robertson, they're talking to him on the sideline like he's going to come back in. Eric, it's getting to the point of desperation for the Eagles to find something with 12 minutes to go because they need 3 touchdowns.
Absolutely right. And you can tell the defense is starting to wear out. They've been on the field a lot during this game.
Velasco to kick it off. Going the other direction, he was into the end zone several times. Let's see what he does going this way. Going to come down about the 5. Up the middle, got a seam.
Oh!
Had one man to beat, but not going to beat that man as he got him in the middle of the field.
He was so close to breaking that one off for a long return, possibly a touchdown.
Byron Fisher is who's given credit for that, and he's from nearby Hallsville, Missouri.
First down 10, Central Methodist, ball at the 39.
39-yard line. Let's see who comes out. Quarterback, wide receivers for the Eagles.
They got Robertson out there.
Yep. He comes back out. Gave him a little spark, and then the defensive line asserted itself and caused havoc in the backfield. Culver, three-man rush.
Oh,
Might have been a little early, but
that was either pass interference or perfect timing.
yeah, I think if 12 wasn't so interested for Culver, Sonny Jenkins, if he had looked up instead of going up and hitting the receiver in the back, he might have just taken a step around him and made the catch and taken it for a touchdown. But the object right now for Culver is to keep Central in front of you, not let them get in the end zone. Hunter Hogue in the backfield with the carry. Going to pick up 6. Last 2 days here in mid-Missouri, high in the mid-60s. Today, sunny and 85.
What a beautiful day.
Running back not going, Hogue not going anywhere that time.
I hate to say this, but it would be nice if the offensive line would get a block.
Dylan DeRozier out of Buckley, Washington makes that tackle. Blew that one up, makes it 4th down. I think if I'm Evan Workman, I might ask for more scholarship money. He spent a lot of time back there today punting all year. He came into this with 32 punts in 4 games. Looks like coverage this time instead of everybody attacking the punter. They rush 1. Gets it away. Spiral. Going to let it bounce. Yeah, let it roll, but don't let it roll in the end zone. Down to the 7. Touch there.
Good job on the punt team. Let that ball roll as far as it could. Great field position for the Central defense.
Yeah. Is it too much to ask for another defensive turnover? And we got it the last time, and it was 1st and goal at the 10, and we went 37 yards backwards in 4 plays. Almost you're asking the defense at this point in time to score.
Well, I don't think it's too much to ask of this defense. They've been playing a really good game. Despite giving up 26 points, haven't really been their fault.
See if Culver's interested in running the clock.
They're playing a 2-deep zone here.
Motion. Handoff. Not going very far that time. Cobb with the carry. Derek DePorto with the tackle. We'll be back here on October the 8th. Mid-America in town, and then the last ball game of the year is November the 12th when Evangel comes to town, and that will be Evangel's swan song from the Heart of America Conference in football. They are leaving to go to the Kansas Conference.
Wow.
Didn't you know they changed their mascot too, by the way?
What are they now?
Valor. They used to be the Crusaders with a knight on a horse. The knight is gone. The horse is still there, and they're called Valor.
Little known fact that the first football game ever played by Evangel was against Central Methodist right here in 1977. You saw a little footage of that at halftime, and Central ended up winning that game.
Yeah, I hope you welcomed them to the conference or welcomed them to Fayette nicely.
I'll never forget, after the game, they grabbed us and they pulled us down on the ground and started to pray.
Do you think you were in trouble?
We did not know what was happening.
3rd down and 8. Orndorff short over the middle, which has been an Achilles heel all year for the Eagles. Knocked out of bounds. Ochoa, he'll have enough for the 1st down. The short stuff has just over the middle has just killed Central all year.
That usually indicates that your linebackers are not reading pass versus run very well, and they're not getting back in coverage. That receiver was wide open, right in the middle of the field.
Well, it looks like we only have 2 linebackers in, unless one of the stand-up linemen is a linebacker. There's a run to Cobb. Stockard on top of him for a tackle.
That was a nice hit.
Drake Dudley also involved. Daniel Miles checks in. Had a Miles on the football team last year. He was easy to see. His name was Will Miles. He was 6'8". He was easy to tell when he was involved in tipping a pass or blocking a field goal or an extra point. A couple of the Eagle defenders last year signed some pro contracts and got some time in training camps. There's a pass over the middle. Ashlock with the catch. Will Miles being one of those. He signed a free agent contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Made it to the final round of cuts. And then Marquess Daniels signed with a team out of the CFL. Handoff right up the middle. Back to the original line of scrimmage plus a couple.
Just a little over 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and time is running out for the CMU Eagles.
It'll be second and 7.
We're going to have to get a turnover here from the defense.
If they keep handing it off, that's going to be tough.
Oh, you're right about that.
But they're going to be stripping, which will could lead to a long play. Orndorff.
Ooh.
Mays with good coverage, but hits his receiver right in the hands.
That's a first down.
Mason Hackman. Hackman, a freshman out of Bismarck, Illinois.
I've been really impressed with Mays.
He was their defensive back leader last year, and that hasn't changed.
5'10", 190.
Out of Marshall, Missouri.
He's really playing a good game.
And we stop the play, and the umpire wiggles his fingers for the referee to come this way if there's something good that he doesn't like about something. Got something going on out there. Told this to Steve Luchin. I do broadcasting of high school sports and also some other college sports besides Central. I've made the Sports Center top 10 twice as a broadcaster.
Fantastic.
Yeah, neither one of them were because of a spectacular play. The first time there was a special needs player at Smith Cotton High School that when Smith Cotton was getting beat 40-0 by Hickman allowed him to take the ball and run 80 yards for a touchdown.
I saw that play.
P.J. Allred.
That was heartwarming.
Yes, very nice move. We were trying to figure out what was going on because Todd Rusk was the official, a CMC graduate, and he was talking to the Smith Cotton coach. He went over to talk to the Hickman coach, and we can't figure what's going on unless it's just we're going to take a knee or you're going to call a timeout or whatever. They come out, hand the ball off, and PJ runs for 80 yards for a touchdown, which the last 15 yards were tough. He was struggling to stay upright, but he made it. So that made it as a play, and I had a baseball game where a pitcher went behind the mound and started throwing up, and I got on Sports Center for that, for my call of him not feeling well. Pass outside, Ochoa. Down he goes. It's Kamel out there.
Looks like Ochoa might have been injured on that play. Yeah.
He rolled off to the sideline.
He's limping off the field.
So I'm doing this baseball game. It's a Division III playoff game. And the pitcher just goes behind the mound and goes to a knee and starts throwing up. My partner, who is my boss, says, maybe he tweaked something. I said, no, he doesn't feel well. And about the third time I said it, he goes, oh, I get it. Throws the ball away, does Orndorff. We got finished with the game, went and got something to eat, and his phone started blowing up. You guys are on Sports Center right now. And you're on Deadspin. They're talking about your golf-like demeanor of not blowing up the play by making jokes about the guy getting sick.
I bet that was hard to do.
Well, my boss said he's trying to gut it out, and no, let's not go there.
Oh, no.
So the player's excuse afterwards was he drank too much Gatorade too fast.
Yeah.
But I have another part of that I'll tell you that's just as funny as any other part. Orndorff back, looks left, throws across the middle, caught. Another first down.
Culver-Stockton is just picking apart the defense right now with these passes across the middle.
And it's all in between the numbers.
Yep. It's been open all day long, and they're exploiting that weakness. We've got 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game.
So anyway, after this play, I'll tell you the rest of the story about the umpiring in that game. Orndorff set, hands it off, tackled in the backfield. That's Essick with the tackle, Cameron Essick.
Good penetration.
First base umpire was walking over to see what was going on, watched the second round of upheaval, made a hard left, and went towards home plate and gave the I don't want to go there signal. And then when the game was over, the third base umpire walked across the field and pointed to the spot for the groundskeepers to come work on.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Second down and 12 after that loss. Another handoff. Cobb slowed up and then taken down.
Yeah, eat the clock here if you're Culver-Stockton. Clock is still running.
Crowd wants Central to take timeouts and stop the clock. They would need probably 11 or 12 timeouts for that to really matter a whole lot at this point in time. Their defense is trying to bow its neck and keep Culver out of the end zone one more time.
Three-man rush.
Continuing to throw the ball. Across the middle.
Across the middle again.
Ball comes out, but much late, down to the 30-yard line. It'll be third down and 6 on the play. And I guess you could look at it, Eric, that this will be if it ends the way it is, be the fourth of 5 games that the Eagles have played without an offensive touchdown.
You know, that's mind-boggling, but
in this day and time, it certainly is. It's fourth down.
Sad but true.
Velasco in to try a field goal. This will be a 46-yarder. He hit a 50-yarder going the other direction. Ball down, kick, low line drive, no good.
Someone might have got a piece of that ball.
Yeah, it was low. It was a low drive and easy to get your hands on it. And the player from Culver is down on the field. Being helped up, going to walk off the field under his own power. Limping on his left leg a little bit. We go to first and 10 the other direction with 2:44 left in this contest. Evan Robertson back out.
Central Methodist football, first down 10. Ball at the Eagle, 29.
Oh, there we go. Another snap.
Low, fielded, on a knee, loss of yardage.
I think it was the same thing as before, where that center is simply not raising his rear end high enough. I know that sounds very odd, but the ball is hitting him and directing down on the ground.
Well, The center is 5'10", 260. Height and weight.
Yeah.
So a conversation after a timeout because it'll be 2nd down and 16. Eagles are on the road next week as they travel to William Penn for a 2:30 kick up there. Then the week after that is homecoming here at Central. Another player being helped off the field. That's number 33.
So
Featon.
So October 8th, homecoming, I'm going to be coach for the day of the football team.
You purchased that at the auction, did you?
I did. And so I'm going to be able to give them the pep talk at the beginning of the game. And
that play fumbled, juggled around and dropped by Allen. It'll be 3rd down.
Going to have to find the words to get this offense going.
So 5 games this year, 27 points scored so far. 3rd down and 16. Clock stopped by the incomplete pass. Wants to run, flush, but nowhere to go. Gets out to the 25. Will pick up 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Evan Workman, whose last name is very appropriate, is coming out to punt. .157 and counting.
You can see the Eagles coming off the field, taking their helmets off, shaking their heads.
Fans coaching from the stands, you get 25 seconds, don't snap the ball. 12, they snapped it early. That won't make that gentleman happy.
Nice high punt. Fair catch, and he dropped it.
Oh, but he's on it. There's 3 defenders there, and the punt returner, gets on it. That's a nice job by Ashlock to recover that.
That fumble was there to be recovered by Central.
Yep. Got a flag somewhere on the field. I don't see it anywhere. Again, the yellow shoes of one of the Central players mesmerizing me. I keep saying his shoes, so I might as well say who he is. Keyshawn Wilson. He's got an interception in the game today. While they continue to talk, the referee's going to tell us now.
Prior to the kick, holding defense number 29 by rule defensive holding for automatic first down, 10 yards.
So Central's going to get the ball back on a defensive holding call before the ball was punted. So they're going to get 5 yards and a first down out of it.
You got to ask yourself, how does that happen?
I'm sure that the coaching staff over on the far sideline of the team in white's going to ask that of who did you say? Because he didn't say a number. Tom Sally is the head coach over there, and that's just going to have to drive him crazy. We're going to run out the clock, get out of here with a 26-7 victory, and you decide to hold before he even punts the ball and give it back to him.
Culver did us a good.
Yeah, so let's see if we can make him pay a little bit. Build something positive going forward. There's a quarterback keeper, Robertson. Going to pick up some, but he's hurt.
Oh, he's out. He's hurt.
Yes, he is. He's grabbing at an ankle.
This is not a good situation. We can hear him screaming from the field up here in the press box. He's still screaming.
Yeah.
We don't want to speculate as to what the injury might be, but
each of the ball games that I've been at this year, the last ball game had a Central player taken off on a cart. So let's hope that this is not that situation, but based on what we were able to hear.
Malin Cole is coming in. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's not coming in. Looked like he was.
No, he's next in line unless they want to go back to Matthew Luna, because I don't think they have another quarterback on their roster.
they're picking Robertson up right now, and he is trying to get off the field. He's favoring his leg.
Well, that's better than what it looked
It's
like
his left leg.
when he went down.
Yeah, yeah.
So it'll be second down and a couple. Don't know what Culver's yelling about on the sideline unless a couple of the substitutes getting into the game is a big deal.
I think that's what it was, Charlie. I think some subs got in and they got all excited about it.
So Malin Cole in at quarterback now. Clock starts. Hogue with the carry. Taken down. By Fraley and Rogers. 3rd and 3. 40 seconds to go. Cole is more of a runner than he is a passer. Passing wise on the season, he is 9 of 20 for 45 yards. And 37 of those 45 came on one play.
Another bad snap.
Low. Cole keeps it. Going to get the first down. Get out of bounds. Freshman from Milan, Missouri.
Cole had the presence of mind not to put his knee down. He scooped it off the ground and ran to the right for a first down. Good play.
Now they missed Nathaniel Marshall, their usual center. He was one of their representatives along with Davian Stockard for Media Day for the Heart of America. Very well-read young men. And that is the ball game. I ran out of bounds, but I don't know why the clock started again, but it ends up at 26-7, the final score. Eagles drop to 0-5 on the season. Culver moves to 2-3 on the year. And the Eagles on the road next week up to Iowa to take on William Penn, the Statesman.
The offensive woes continue for the Eagles.
Yeah, and the longer it goes, the worse it gets. It just piles up on you and piles up, and the quarterbacks feel like they've got to do something maybe beyond what they're capable of doing, and everybody tries just so hard, and it just doesn't work out very well. So they fall. They did score, but it was a defensive score that got it going. Both sides shaking hands and going with the good game all the way through. Culver will head back to Canton. Be a nice bus ride back for them. The Eagles will have to regroup and get ready for next week. Eric, it's been a pleasure to have you here with us. I enjoyed it immensely. I'm so glad you took the opportunity to come and do this with us and help us out.
Charlie, thank you for the invitation. It was my pleasure, my honor to be here today. I wish it would have been a different outcome, but it is what it is. And these Eagles are going to have to regroup.
Yep, they're going to have to find something somewhere as a spark to get going. I mean, they got off early. They did Central not score first and lead off the turnover 7-0?
So, this is a team that Central probably had a chance of beating if they could get their offense going.
Yeah, just couldn't do that today. It was 10-7 at the half. Ends up 26-7. So that will do it from Davis Field here in Fayette. The Eagles fall 26-7 to the Culver-Stockton Wildcats. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll be cooler. Maybe our equipment will work a little bit better. Maybe we won't have as many technical issues as we had today. And we apologize for the technical issues and anything else that may have caused somebody some consternation. So for Eric Trails, this is Charlie Brown. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks here from Davis Field.